Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. Imagine a world where poverty is wiped out overnight. Everyone has money, everyone is rich, and all financial problems disappear. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that this dream could quickly turn into an economic nightmare? You might have wondered at some point, why don't governments just print more money and make everyone rich? Today, we're diving deep into this question, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why simply printing more money doesn't work and how it can lead to disastrous consequences. Let's get started. On the surface, printing money seems like an easy fix to poverty. If more money is available, shouldn't everyone be able to buy more things and live better lives? Unfortunately, that's not how economics works. Our economy is based on the fundamental principle of supply and demand. When the supply of a product is high and demand is low, prices drop. But when supply is low and demand is high, prices rise. Now, let's apply this concept to money. When more money is introduced into an economy without an increase in goods and services, people have more cash to spend, but there's still the same amount of stuff available. This causes prices to rise, leading to what we call inflation. And when inflation spirals out of control, it becomes hyperinflation, a situation where prices rise so rapidly that money loses all value. Let's break it down with a simple example. Imagine a small economy where there are only 5 people: Bob, John, Alex, Jack, and Tony. Each person has $5, and there are exactly 5 loaves of bread, each priced at $5. Simple, right? Each person can afford 1 loaf of bread. Now, suppose the government prints extra money and gives everyone an additional $5. Now, Bob, John, Alex, Jack, and Tony each have $10. They can buy 2 loaves of bread instead of 1. But here's the problem. There are still only 5 loaves of bread. Since everyone now has more money and wants to buy more bread, the bakery realizes they can charge higher prices because of the increased demand. So, they raise the price of bread from $5 to $10 per loaf. In the end, even though everyone has more money, they are still only able to buy 1 loaf of bread, except now it costs double. The additional money didn't make them wealthier. It just made everything more expensive. This is inflation in action. When inflation gets extreme, it turns into hyperinflation. History has shown us multiple examples of countries that tried to print their way out of economic trouble, only to plunge into crisis. Let's take a look at some of the worst cases. Example 1. The Weimar Republic, Germany, 1920s. After World War I, Germany was financially devastated and had massive war reparations to pay. The government resorted to printing money to meet these payments. What happened next was a disaster. By 1923, prices were doubling every few hours. People had to carry wheelbarrows full of cash just to buy a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread that cost 250 marks in early 1923 skyrocketed to 200 billion marks by the end of the year. Savings were wiped out, businesses collapsed, and the country plunged into economic chaos, setting the stage for political instability and the rise of extremist movements. Example 2. Zimbabwe, 2007 to 2008. Zimbabwe's government made the same mistake when it started printing money to cover economic shortfalls. By 2008, the country experienced hyperinflation at an unbelievable rate of 89.7 sextillion% per year. Zimbabwean currency became worthless, with people needing stacks of cash just to buy basic goods. The situation was so bad that the government eventually had to abandon its own currency. Example 3. Venezuela, 2016 present. Venezuela, despite having the largest oil reserves in the world, faced economic collapse due to heavy reliance on oil, corruption, and poor economic policies. When oil prices crashed, the government printed money to keep up with spending, leading to extreme hyperinflation. At its peak, Venezuelan inflation reached over 10 million%. The currency became so worthless that people used it as wallpaper or even threw it away in the streets. These examples show that printing money without increasing the production of goods and services doesn't solve financial problems. it only makes them worse. Some might argue, what if the government prints money just to pay off its foreign debt? Would that work? The answer is still no, and here's why. When a country prints excess money, it devalues its currency. Foreign creditors won't accept devalued money because it lowers the value of debt repayments. If a country keeps printing money irresponsibly, other nations and investors will lose trust in its currency, leading to capital flight and economic instability. In international trade, countries with weak currencies struggle to import goods, making things worse for their people. So, even if the newly printed money is used only for foreign debt payments, the overall money supply still increases, causing inflation and further economic problems. So, if printing money doesn't work, what's the right solution? Real economic growth happens when countries create value, not just money. This means investing in education to develop skilled workers, building infrastructure to support businesses and industries, encouraging innovation and technology to boost productivity, creating jobs so people can earn money through hard work and skills, managing resources wisely and promoting sustainable economic policies. Countries like Japan and South Korea didn't become prosperous by printing money. They built strong industries, focused on technological advancements, and encouraged businesses to grow. So, now you know why printing more money isn't a magic solution. It actually makes things worse by leading to inflation and economic disasters. The real key to prosperity is creating more goods, services, and opportunities for people. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more finance and economics content, and let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.